Hello everyone, and welcome back to Feel Learns English. I'm Shafi, your host for today. If you're new here, welcome. We upload helpful English lessons every day to help you improve your English faster and with more confidence. In today's lesson, you will train your listening, speaking, and thinking skills. This is a complete B1, B2 English shadowing practice. You will improve your listening, pronunciation, speaking fluency, and confidence using natural and useful English vocabulary for daily life. Today, we will focus on how to use natural English phrases in real-life situations. You will practice speaking clearly, thinking faster in English, and expressing your ideas with confidence. Through shadowing, repeat after me practice, and real examples, your brain will learn to respond in English automatically. This lesson is helpful whether you want to speak better at work, talk naturally with friends, or feel comfortable in everyday conversations. Before we start, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss future lessons. Now, take a deep breath, relax, and listen to my voice. Shadowing is not just repeating words. It helps your mind think in English, your mouth move naturally, and your ears understand real speech. Follow along slowly and calmly, and you will feel your English becoming smoother. Imagine a simple daily situation. You wake up in the morning and think about what you need to say in English today. Maybe you will talk to a coworker or message a friend. In this lesson, we will practice sentences you can use in these moments. Repeat this with me, in your mind or out loud. I am improving my English every day. I am becoming more confident. I am learning new words and speaking more naturally. Now imagine you are in the kitchen making breakfast. Describe what you are doing in English. I'm making my breakfast. I'm preparing some tea. I'm thinking about my plans for today. I want to speak better English, and I'm ready to learn. Keep repeating these sentences slowly and let the rhythm guide you. Now we will practice some advanced vocabulary in a calm and natural way. These words will help you sound more fluent and confident in everyday English. Listen to this daily life example. Today, I want to be more intentional with my English learning. I want to pay attention to the expressions people use. I want to observe how native speakers connect their sentences and incorporate new vocabulary into my daily conversations. Now shadow it slowly. Today, I want to be more intentional. I want to observe and incorporate new vocabulary. Words like intentional, observe, and incorporate can quickly improve your English. Let's try another real-life situation. Imagine a colleague or friend asks, "How have you been lately?" A natural answer is, "I've been doing well. I've been focusing on improving my English skills and communicating more confidently." Now repeat it gently. This helps you talk about your progress clearly and naturally. Next, imagine you are sitting in a cafe waiting for your order. Describe what you see around you in English. I'm sitting in a small cafe right now. It's quiet. I can hear soft music. I'm thinking about my day and practicing English while I wait. This kind of simple narration helps you build rhythm and flow. Before we continue, take a slow breath and relax your shoulders. Stay present with the English you are hearing. You are not just learning words, you are changing the way you think and speak. As we continue, we will practice deeper daily situations and more advanced vocabulary. Your progress is already happening. Imagine English becoming a comfortable place for your thoughts, where ideas flow easily without fear. Many B1, B2 learners know many words, but find it hard to use them in real conversations. That is why we practice shadowing, repetition, and real-life examples. Now imagine a friend asks about your goals. Repeat this slowly. One of my main goals this year is to speak English more naturally. I want to express my ideas clearly and confidently and use better vocabulary in daily conversations. Let the words flow naturally. Now listen to this example about personal growth. I've been working on improving my fluency because I want to communicate without stopping to think. I want English to feel like a natural part of my daily life. Imagine another situation. You meet someone after a long time, and they ask what you have been doing. A natural answer is, I've been keeping myself busy with work and learning. I'm trying to stay disciplined with my English practice because I want to communicate more effectively. Now shadow it slowly. These are sentences people really use, and you can use them too. Next, let's move into slightly more advanced vocabulary, but still in easy daily conversations. Listen to this example. Recently, I've been trying to improve my listening skills by paying attention to the rhythm and intonation of natural English. When I listen carefully, I understand more and respond with more confidence. Now repeat it gently. Words like improve, intonation, and confidently help raise your speaking level naturally. Now imagine someone asks, what are you focusing on in your English practice these days? You can say, I'm focusing on expanding my vocabulary and speaking more clearly. I'm learning useful phrases for everyday conversations so I can communicate better. These sentence patterns sound clear, smooth, and professional, and they are perfect for B1, B2 learners. Now let's describe your daily routine again, using slightly better connectors. My days have been quite balanced recently. I'm managing my time more carefully, and I try to include English in small moments during the day. Even when I'm walking, cooking, or relaxing, I think in English. This helps your mind switch to English naturally. Next, imagine someone asks, what motivates you to keep learning? Listen to this answer. I'm motivated by the idea of becoming a more confident communicator. I want to express my thoughts clearly, take part in conversations more actively, and understand people easily. Now repeat it slowly. These are strong sentences that help you speak with confidence. Now listen to a longer shadowing example. Every day, I try to challenge myself with English. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I read, and sometimes I practice speaking by myself. I've learned that consistency is very important, and even small practice moments can make a big difference. Now shadow it slowly and feel the rhythm. This is the real power of shadowing. It trains your mind, ears, and voice to work together. The more you practice, the more natural and automatic your English becomes. Now imagine you want to introduce yourself in a confident way. Listen to this example. I enjoy learning new skills, and improving my English is one of my main goals. I believe good communication opens many opportunities, so I try to practice regularly. Now repeat it slowly. These sentences help you sound mature and thoughtful. Next, imagine a colleague asks how you manage your time. You can say, I try to organize my schedule more carefully. I break my tasks into smaller steps so I can stay focused and not feel overwhelmed. These phrases are very useful in daily and professional conversations. Now imagine someone asks about your English learning methods. Listen to this clear answer. I use different activities like listening, reading, shadowing, and speaking. Using different methods helps me understand English better and remember new words. Repeat it gently. This helps you explain your learning style with confidence. Now let's do a longer daily life shadowing exercise. Imagine you are walking slowly in the evening. Listen, I'm taking a quiet walk and enjoying the evening. It's peaceful, and I'm using this time to practice English in my mind. I'm thinking about my day and how I can improve tomorrow. Now shadow it slowly. These calm sentences help you speak with a relaxed rhythm. Let's practice advanced connectors. Listen carefully. Even though I sometimes struggle with new words, I stay positive and keep practicing. As long as I continue learning, I know I will become more fluent. Now repeat it. These connectors make your English sound smooth and natural. Now think about a recent experience. Listen to this example. Recently, I watched an English interview and paid attention to the tone and expressions. It helped me understand natural English better. Repeat it gently. This helps you sound more descriptive. Now listen to a sentence about motivation. I want to keep improving my English because I enjoy expressing myself in another language. Learning new words gives me confidence and makes me feel proud. Repeat it slowly and feel the emotion. Now imagine someone asks how you stay consistent. You can say, I make English a small part of my daily life. Even simple moments become chances to listen, think, and speak in English. This is real, practical fluency training. I paid attention to pauses, stress, and connected words, and now I understand real English better. These small details help you recognize natural speech patterns. Now imagine you are sharing your long-term goal. Listen, my long-term goal is to communicate clearly and confidently in any situation. I want to express my ideas naturally and use advanced vocabulary without thinking too much. Now repeat it slowly. This helps you talk about your ambitions in a smooth and confident way. Let's move into another longer shadowing exercise to build rhythm. Sometimes I practice by talking to myself in English. I describe what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, and what I'm planning. This helps me think faster and makes English a natural part of my daily routine. Repeat it gently. This is one of the most effective fluency techniques you can use. With every sentence you shadow, your brain builds stronger English patterns that you will use automatically in real conversations. You are not just learning English. You are training yourself to live in English. As you continue, notice how your mind is starting to follow the rhythm of English naturally. You are no longer only repeating sentences, you are training your thoughts to flow in English. This is where fluency begins to grow quietly and consistently. Now imagine someone asks, what helps you stay motivated when learning English? Listen to this answer. I stay motivated because I can feel myself improving every day. I understand more, speak more clearly, and use new vocabulary with more confidence. Now shadow it slowly. These sentences help you express your learning mindset clearly. Next, imagine you are sitting at your desk and reflecting on your progress. Listen, sometimes I take a moment to think about how far I've come. English used to feel difficult, but now I can express my opinions more easily. Repeat it gently. This reflective style helps you sound more expressive and connected. Now imagine someone asks why shadowing is helpful. Listen, shadowing helps me think in English. I don't just learn new phrases, I learn how to use them naturally in real conversations. Repeat it slowly. This helps you explain your learning method with confidence. Now imagine you are messaging a friend about your day. My day has been productive. I finished my tasks, practiced some English, and took time to relax. Repeat it gently. These are common, natural sentences. Imagine another shadowing scene. You are preparing dinner and describing what is happening. I'm cooking right now. The kitchen smells nice. I'm thinking about my day and practicing English in my mind while I cook. Now repeat it slowly. Talking about daily actions helps you build natural fluency step by step. Now let's mix daily life with slightly advanced vocabulary. Listen, I'm trying to be more consistent and disciplined with my English practice. Even when life is busy, I try to keep a steady routine. Repeat it gently. Words like consistent, disciplined, and steady make your English sound more advanced. Now imagine you finish a long day and want to describe how you feel. I feel a little tired but satisfied. I did my best today and I'm proud of my progress. Repeat it slowly. These emotional sentences help your English feel deeper and more real. Now imagine someone asks how your English is improving. Listen, I feel my English is becoming clearer. I choose better words, speak with more confidence, and understand conversations more quickly. Now shadow it. These patterns show real improvement. Next, express appreciation for learning. I'm grateful for every chance I get to practice English. Even small conversations help me grow and become a better speaker. Repeat it gently. This adds emotion and warmth to your speech. Now listen to a longer example about motivation. Sometimes I think about how my life will change when I become fluent. I'll communicate more freely, travel with confidence, and connect with people without feeling nervous. That idea inspires me every day. Shadow it slowly and feel the meaning. Now shift into a calm moment. Right now, I'm taking time for myself. I'm sitting quietly, listening, and letting English flow through me. I don't need to rush. I just stay present and keep practicing. Repeat it gently. This builds a calm and confident speaking rhythm. Everything you are practicing is building long-term fluency. Your pronunciation, vocabulary, and confidence are improving little by little. You are not memorizing, you are developing a natural flow. Listen for a moment. I'm finally taking time to relax. Today was full of small tasks, conversations, and learning moments, and I feel proud of myself for staying committed to my English practice. Now repeat it slowly. Describing your day like this helps you build smooth and natural storytelling skills. Now imagine you are talking about your listening improvement. Listen, my listening skills are getting better because I pay more attention to tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. I focus more on meaning now, not every single word. Repeat it gently. This is an important skill for B1, B2 learners who want to become fluent. Now think about a small success. Maybe you understood something that was difficult before. Listen, today, I understood a conversation that used to feel hard for me. That moment made me feel confident and excited. It reminded me that progress is always happening, even when I don't notice it. Now shadow it slowly. These sentences show emotional maturity in English. Next, imagine you are preparing for tomorrow. Listen, I'm preparing for tomorrow and organizing my thoughts. I want to communicate clearly and confidently, and I know today's English practice will help me express myself better. Repeat it gently. This connects daily life with your fluency growth. Now listen to this advanced vocabulary practice. I'm becoming more aware of how English works. I notice patterns, recognize expressions, and understand conversations more naturally. Repeat it slowly. These phrases describe your learning journey clearly. Now imagine you are encouraging someone else to learn English. Listen, I always say that learning English is a journey. It needs patience, consistency, and a positive mindset. Every step brings you closer to fluency. Repeat it softly. These words build confidence and calm rhythm. Now listen to a longer descriptive practice. Sometimes, when I practice English, I sit quietly and let the language flow over me. I listen to the sounds, feel the rhythm, and follow along without stress. It helps me relax and learn at the same time. Repeat it gently. This builds deeper listening skills. Now reflect on yourself as a learner. Listen. I'm becoming someone who enjoys learning, exploring new ideas, and feeling proud of every small step. English is becoming part of my life, not just something I study. Repeat it slowly. This helps you speak about yourself more naturally. Now imagine a quiet evening. Listen, the house is quiet right now, and I'm using this peaceful moment to practice English. When everything is calm, it's easier to focus and listen carefully. Repeat it gently. This builds presence and clarity. I'm ending my day with some gentle English practice. It feels good to know that even a few minutes can help me grow and move closer to fluency. Now repeat it slowly. Ending your day like this helps fix English in your mind. You're doing very well. Your fluency is growing sentence by sentence. With every practice moment, your confidence, clarity, and natural rhythm becomes stronger. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent, and that is exactly what you are doing. Now imagine someone asks how you stay focused while learning English. Listen, I stay focused by setting small, simple goals. I don't pressure myself. I practice a little every day and trust the process. Repeat it gently. These sentences sound calm and confident. Now imagine you are outside, enjoying a quiet moment. Listen, I'm enjoying the fresh air and thinking about how much I've improved. I understand more expressions, speak more confidently, and feel more connected to English. Repeat it slowly. This builds emotional and descriptive fluency. Now imagine someone compliments your English. Listen, thank you, that means a lot. I've been practicing consistently and trying to use more natural expressions every day. Repeat it gently. This is a very useful real-life response. Now imagine you are encouraging someone else. Listen, don't worry about mistakes. They are part of the journey. Mistakes help you learn and become a stronger speaker. Repeat it softly. Encouraging language builds confidence. Now imagine you are explaining your learning routine. Listen, I include English naturally in my daily life. I listen while I cook, think in English while I walk, and sometimes talk to myself. Repeat it slowly. These habits help your brain adjust to English. Now imagine you are walking and thinking about your goals. Listen, I'm thinking about how I want to express myself today. I want to speak clearly, listen carefully, and use new words when I can. Repeat it gently. This builds focused speaking habits. Now imagine someone asks how you feel about your progress. Listen, I feel proud because I'm improving step by step. Even on busy days, I try to keep English in my mind. Repeat it slowly. These reflections help deepen fluency. Now listen to a slightly more advanced example. Lately, I've been paying attention to how fluent speakers talk. I notice their tone, pauses, and rhythm, and I try to copy those patterns. Repeat it gently. This helps build a more natural rhythm. Sometimes I struggle with long conversations, and I remind myself that it's okay to take time to think. Being clear is more important than speaking fast. This mindset helps real communication feel easier. When I listen to English, I focus on the overall meaning instead of every single word. Because of this, conversations are easier to understand, and I feel more confident with different accents. At the end of the day, I like to take a quiet moment to practice English. I feel happy knowing I made the effort. Even small moments of practice help me stay disciplined and motivated. I've learned that the more I listen, the more I understand. The more I speak, the more confident I become. Every bit of practice brings me closer to real fluency. English is slowly becoming part of my daily life. I use it when I think, when I observe things, and sometimes when I talk to myself. It helps me stay connected to the language in a natural way. I've also learned that consistency matters more than perfection. Practicing just a few minutes a day keeps my mind active without feeling stressful. When I forget a word or feel stuck, I stay calm. I pause, use a simpler expression, and continue speaking. Communication matters more than perfect words. Recently, I've noticed my confidence growing. I'm less afraid of mistakes and more willing to speak. Watching fluent speakers also helps me learn from their tone, expressions, and body language. Every experience teaches me something new. As I get ready for the day, I organize my things and practice English quietly in my mind. I repeat simple sentences, plan what I want to say, and prepare myself to communicate with confidence. This kind of practice helps my thoughts flow more naturally. What I enjoy most about English is expressing myself clearly. When I find the right words and my message comes out smoothly, I feel strong and capable. I've learned that fluency is not about speaking fast. It's about clarity, confidence, and connecting ideas naturally. Speed comes later, but clarity comes first. After a long day, I like to rest and think about my progress. Even when I feel tired, I'm proud that I still practice. Small efforts show my commitment and help me feel stronger. When I feel afraid to speak, I remind myself that mistakes are normal. Every time I speak, I gain more confidence and become more fluent. While walking home, I notice how much I've improved. I understand more conversations, recognize more expressions, and feel more comfortable speaking. Learning English has taught me patience and trust in myself. It has shown me that progress takes time and that giving up is never the answer. English is now part of my daily life. It feels like a quiet companion when I think, plan, or imagine future conversations. Before important moments, I stay calm, take a deep breath, and trust my practice. I can see my improvement clearly. I respond faster, understand more naturally, and express my ideas with confidence. This practice helps me talk about progress in a smooth way. One morning, I sat quietly with a cup of tea and practiced a little English. Even a few minutes helped me feel calm, focused, and ready for the day. Small moments like this make a real difference. I use shadowing because it helps my brain follow the natural flow of English. I don't only learn words. I learn rhythm, tone, and how sentences connect. When I watch videos in English, I listen carefully to how people speak. I repeat useful expressions in my mind and try to use them later. This helps me sound more natural. Sometimes I take a slow walk in the evening and think about my goals. As the sky grows warm at sunset, I think about how I want to keep improving my English the next day. English matters to me because it opens doors. It helps me communicate, learn new things, and connect with people around the world. There are days when learning feels difficult, but I remind myself that challenges are part of the process. Every struggle helps me grow stronger. My listening skills are improving because I focus on overall meaning, not just individual words. I listen to tone, emotion, and context, and that helps me understand more naturally. I used to hesitate before speaking, but now I feel more comfortable trying, even when I'm unsure. Every attempt brings me closer to fluency. At the end of the day, I reflect on my progress. Even small improvements remind me that I'm moving in the right direction. Learning takes time, but every moment of practice truly counts. Slow and steady practice is what builds real, long-term fluency, and I'm doing that by staying calm, patient, and present. English helps me in my daily life by allowing me to express myself more clearly. It gives me confidence when I talk to people and helps me understand information from many different sources. One of my long-term goals is to become a confident English speaker who can communicate naturally in any situation. I want to use vocabulary smoothly and share my thoughts clearly. In daily life, I practice in small moments. While preparing lunch, I describe my actions in my mind. Simple activities like cooking become chances to train my thinking in English. I practice every day because I want English to feel natural, like a language I live with, not just something I study. Some days I feel especially motivated, especially when I understand a conversation that used to feel difficult. These moments remind me that progress is always happening, even when it feels slow. I've learned that I improve most when I listen with attention, shadow with focus, and speak without fear. In the evening, I enjoy quiet moments to relax and practice a little more. Even a few minutes help me stay connected to the language. I stay consistent by building small habits, practicing a little in the morning, during the day, and before sleep. I also notice new words around me and pay attention to how they are used, the tone, and the feeling behind them. Now, when I speak English, I feel more confident. I focus less on perfect grammar and more on expressing my ideas clearly. Before sleeping, I think about the English I practiced that day. Even if it wasn't much, I feel proud of myself for trying. That quiet feeling of progress helps me keep going. At the end of the day, I feel proud of myself, even if I didn't practice much. That feeling helps me close the day with motivation and self-respect. When I hear a difficult word, I don't get frustrated. I try to understand it from the sentence, and if I can't, I remind myself that learning slowly is okay. This helps me stay calm and patient. I've noticed real progress in my speaking. I speak more naturally now, my sentences feel smoother, and I don't pause as much as before. Learning a language is a long journey, but every moment of practice brings me closer to fluency. Knowing this keeps me motivated every day. English now makes me feel more connected to the world. It helps me express myself clearly and understand people from different cultures. Even in small morning moments, like getting ready for the day, English comes into my thoughts. I think about my plans, goals, and future conversations in English. I stay confident by remembering that communication is more important than perfection. If I can express my ideas clearly, I'm doing well. Sometimes I sit quietly and observe the world around me, the sounds, movements, and conversations, and I use these moments to improve my listening skills. When I look back, I see how much I've grown. I understand more, hesitate less, and speak with greater confidence. Small successes inspire me, a new word, a smooth sentence, or a confident moment. Even when I feel tired, I'm happy that I keep practicing. I stay committed to my goals. When pronunciation feels difficult, I slow down, repeat gently, and let my mouth learn step by step. Some days are easy and some are hard, but I continue because I'm building something meaningful, my future fluency, my confidence, and my voice. I keep going because I'm building my fluency, my confidence, and my voice. This steady effort creates real emotional strength in my English. Sometimes, during a quiet afternoon, I take a short break and my thoughts naturally move into English. Even simple thoughts and short sentences help me stay connected to the language. When I'm alone, I practice speaking out loud to myself. I describe what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, and what I'm planning. This helps me stay fluent even without a speaking partner. I also feel excited about reaching a higher level of English. I want to speak more smoothly, understand more deeply, and express myself more clearly. I'm learning to appreciate small improvements, a clearer sentence, a faster response, or a moment of understanding. Each small victory brings me closer to fluency. At the end of the day, I feel grateful for the time I spent learning. It may not be perfect or long, but it is meaningful, and meaningful practice always brings results. What keeps me going is the belief that fluency is possible for me. With every day of practice, I move closer to my goal. English is slowly becoming part of my daily rhythm. I don't force it anymore. It's happening naturally and quietly. When I speak English, I stay calm by remembering that communication is a skill, not a competition. I don't need perfection. I need clarity, honesty, and confidence. As I reflect on my progress, I can feel my understanding improving and my speaking becoming smoother. I balance English learning with daily life by using small moments. I listen while doing chores, think in English while walking, and practice short sentences whenever I can. When I understand a word or expression that once confused me, I feel proud. These small moments remind me that every step matters. I'm learning to notice the flow of English, the rise and fall of sentences, how ideas connect, and how emotions appear in the speaker's tone. This helps me understand English more deeply. Speaking practice is important to me because it builds confidence. It teaches my mouth how to make sounds naturally and helps my brain respond faster. In quiet, comfortable moments, like sitting with a warm drink, I practice calmly. When I feel relaxed and focused, English settles more easily into my mind. If I feel frustrated, I remind myself that learning takes time. I don't rush or expect perfection. I simply keep moving forward. In daily life, I practice by describing what I see. When I walk through a busy street, I listen to the sounds and try to describe everything in English in my mind. If I forget a word or phrase, I use simpler words and continue speaking. Keeping the conversation going is more important than perfect vocabulary. I've realized that fluency grows when I'm consistent, gentle with myself, and open to learning. I don't force progress. I allow it to develop naturally. When I think about tomorrow, I remind myself to speak clearly, try new vocabulary, and take small risks. Those small risks help me grow. After conversations, I feel grateful. Practicing, learning, and connecting with others makes me feel more confident. At the end of the day, I appreciate my progress, even if it seems small. It feels meaningful to me. I also learn by observing other speakers. Some speak fast, some slow, some use simple words, and others use complex ones. Every style teaches me something new. English is slowly becoming a comfortable space for my thoughts, and this gentle change is building real, long-term fluency. Today I woke up feeling calm, and before starting my work, I practiced a little English. Even a few minutes in the morning helped me feel focused and prepared. What I enjoy most about learning a language is the feeling of understanding something new, a phrase, an expression, or a sentence. Each small discovery feels like a success. Sometimes I sit quietly and listen to English softly. I don't force myself to learn. I let the language enter my mind naturally. Mistakes don't scare me anymore. I understand that they are part of the learning process, and every mistake teaches me something valuable. After a long day, I walk home feeling tired but satisfied. I practiced, I learned, and that makes me feel strong. My biggest motivation is becoming someone who can communicate confidently in any situation. I want to express myself freely without hesitation. When I read simple English texts, I notice how some phrases repeat in different situations. The more I see them, the more comfortable I feel using them. If listening becomes difficult, I focus on the overall meaning instead of every word. This helps me understand more clearly. I also think about future conversations. I want to speak calmly, use new vocabulary, and express my ideas clearly. I stay disciplined because I believe English opens many doors, personal, professional, and emotional ones. As I sit by the window and watch the day pass, I feel grateful for my effort. Even small moments of practice help me grow, and I feel proud of myself for staying consistent. I stay positive by focusing on progress, not perfection. During short breaks, I can see my improvement. English feels easier, my sentences are smoother, my thoughts are clearer, and I feel more relaxed when I speak. I try to practice a little every day. I remind myself that slow progress is still progress and consistency always wins. At the end of a long day, I feel grateful for every effort I made. I'm learning something meaningful, and I know it will help me in the future. Learning English has changed me in positive ways. It has made me more open-minded and helped me think differently. I understand new perspectives and can communicate with more people than before. In peaceful moments, I notice that English no longer feels distant. It feels familiar and comforting. English is important for my future. It's not only for work or study, but also for travel, connection, and understanding the world better. When I think about my journey, I realize how much I've grown. I used to feel nervous, but now I feel steadier. My voice is stronger, my thoughts are clearer, and I'm proud of my courage. I stay hopeful because every day gives me a chance to grow. Even when progress feels slow, it still matters. Slow progress is the kind that lasts. In the evening, I feel calm and proud, knowing English is becoming part of who I am, not just a skill. As I prepare for tomorrow, I feel confident. I want to keep growing, speak clearly, listen carefully, and use English naturally. I never give up because I know fluency takes time, and every effort brings me closer to my goal. At the end of the day, I feel grateful for my journey. I may not be perfect, but I am improving, and that is enough. English is not something I only memorize. It is something I live with calmness, curiosity, and patience. Right now, I feel relaxed, proud of my progress, and ready to grow again tomorrow. I feel calm. I feel grateful. I feel proud. And I'm ready to grow again tomorrow. This completes today's emotional and language practice. You practiced with focus, patience, and consistency. Every minute you spent here helped your English become stronger, clearer, more confident, and more natural. Your journey is still continuing, but today you made real progress that will stay with you. Thank you for practicing with me today. You did a wonderful job, and I'm truly proud of the effort you put into improving your English. Remember, real fluency is built slowly, gently, and consistently. Every moment of practice brings you one step closer to becoming a confident English speaker. If you enjoyed this lesson and want more deep listening and speaking practice like this, make sure to subscribe to Feel Learns English and turn on notifications. We upload new lessons every day to help you improve faster, speak more clearly, and feel more confident in every conversation. Keep practicing. Keep shadowing. Keep believing in yourself. I'll see you in the next lesson.